What's going on, y'all? It's your girl Janique with A, and I am back with another reading. If no one told you guys today, I love you, and I know all your dreams and aspirations matter because they do. So get out your pens and paper because this is going to be important and an important week for you guys. All right, and for all of us. So Saturn is going retro. All right, 7 degrees of Pisces. All right. And when you think about Pisces, you think about dreaming, you think about our dreams, you think about illusions, just a fantasy world, right? And then Saturn is like, they call it the devil, all right? But Saturn brings that hard wisdom. It's like karma. Thank you, Spirit. It's like karma, Saturn, all right? The last time Saturn was where he is now, 7 degrees of Pisces, was in 1994. Starting 1995. So think back of what y'all was doing in that era. Now this is 3 decades almost ago. So you know this is big. All right. Every time Saturn coming to do this thing. Okay. So, you know, you're going to be called to learn the lessons way back then if you haven't learned them. Okay. This is the real moment of truth and honesty, where you need to get real because, again, Saturn is karma. All right? You know, Saturn representing wisdom, but wisdom earned from taking accountability, being honest with ourselves, even when it's hard. That's the Saturn energy, all right? Saturn basically is the principle of motherfucking sacrifice. All right, because if we can't sacrifice certain things for our higher self, then we are still resisting God's way of doing things. All right. Not only is Saturn basically the principle of sacrifice, but we need to just start accepting what's ours and surrender what's not. Okay. That's how we work with Saturn to our advantage. All right. That's the invitation this week, cosmically, that Saturn is bringing you. Accept what's yours and surrender what's not. All right. Again, this hasn't happened since 1994 to 1995 starting. So just think about what you was doing. All right. Take responsibility for your own happiness. All right. Also, Saturn is the ruler of Aquarius. All right. When you think about Aquarius, we are in the age of Aquarius. My son is Aquarius. You know what I'm saying? So Aquarius is basically freedom. It's progress. It's free thinking. It's learning facts. Okay. And when you see facts, truth requires change. So this is a big week for you guys, and me too. So I'm excited to see what's in store for you guys. So I hope that helped. I needed to get that out just to let y'all know where we at cosmically, because Saturn, again, karma, it's stationed in it's in retro. All right, 7 degrees of Pisces. So let's see what's going on in the collective's energy. I love you guys. Thank you for all the shares and subscribes, the time that you spend listening to me, right? Let me pay it forward. Let's see what's going on as Saturn is retro right now. All right, the past. 6 of Cups. Literally, the past might be coming back up. All right. The Queen of Swords. All right, so you could be a Queen of Swords. A Queen of Swords is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius usually. All right, but they are usually free thinkers. All right, they are usually ones that is supposed to have balance. You know, Libra, balance. You know, thinking outside the box to bring solutions to problems, and, you know, being truth speakers, being warriors of truth, right? That is the skill of the Queen of Swords. All right. So you have strength and you got the Knight of Wands. This could be a relationship from the past with a Knight of Wands. A Knight of Wands could be an Aries, Leo, or Sag, masculine. The Knights are younger than the Queen, so there could definitely be an age gap here. Okay? But And there you go. Saturn, the angels, right? The spirit guides. What lessons are you learning? All right. So there could have been a relationship between a Knight of Wands. A Knight of Wands is somebody that is charismatic. They look good. They smell good. They like the players, out of the deck. They have magnetism. But on a spiritual level, they do not give up. It's a certain fire that the Knight of Wands have that allows them to continue on their journey wherever their soul is being pulled from. All right. They love a good journey. They love excitement. They love adventure. All right. The Six of Cups speaks all about past life. It speaks about reflecting on the past homes, community, people from the past that you grew up with. Okay. So it's looking like the Knight of Wands is on a journey. All right. Within this journey or this relationship, there was strength that was definitely needed in this situation. And it definitely needed guidance. It needed patience. It needed understanding. It needed temperance. Adding some type of spiritual lubrication to whatever situation this is. Okay. So let's start seeing what this is, because I already know I'm getting the red wings. I'm getting Saturn energy. Okay. I think Temperance is Sagittarius energy too. And Sagittarius is all about rebelling. It's all about seeking and searching what people said you could not do. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if this is this Knight of Wands having the strength to literally continue on their journey and to have faith and to see what's out there and to explore as they're still in this exploring and youthful energy. This could even be a mother. All right, let's see. Spirit, tell me more about this Queen of Swords. She's looking like she wants to gesture something. So let's see what she wants to talk about. Communication. Spirit, tell me more about this Queen of Swords. It's communication, talk. They want to speak their truth. They want to speak something. Oh, they want to speak about an Empress. All right. So this Knight of Wands could be dealing with an Empress. Now, an Empress has all four queens. All right. So it would be in somebody's best interest when dealing with an Empress and aligned to learn from the Empress rather than be in competition. All right. Because the Empress is all four queens. The Empress is the Queen of Swords. The Empress is the Queen of Wands. The Empress is the Queen of Cups. And the Empress is the Queen of Pentacles. So you already know what the Empress went through to get on her throne. All right. The Empress is very high ranked in the spiritual realm and on earth. They are somebody that you want to be around. They have just a nurturing spirit, no matter how old they are. You just want to be in the presence of the Empress. The Empress is also very abundant. They are great creators. They can make something out of anything. That's one of the gifts. They pour life into the dead, into the lifeless. All right. So this Queen of Swords could definitely be wanting. Yup. I'm telling you, this Empress, Divine Feminine, you could be in this Empress energy. All right. And they feel like there's something going on when it comes to a Four of Wands. I feel like you are already solidified in your career, in your foundation, in your security, in your stability, Divine Feminine. Your heart chakra is open. Okay. But with the Moon card here, this Queen of Swords, I already feel like it's in her emotions. Okay. Because something is crashing down. Now, remember what I just said about Saturn. All right. Learning the lessons way back when in 1994, starting 1995. So if you still doing the same shit when you was back then the Tower moment will happen. That's the lesson Saturn brings. And remember, Saturn karma. Saturn not giving a fuck about no emotions right now. Saturn needs you to learn the lesson. All right. And when Saturn comes, It's time to straighten up, because Saturn hasn't been here. It comes like every couple of decades. It's like, what were you doing? So when Saturn comes, you're supposed to be learning the wisdom, right? You're supposed to be accepting what's yours and surrendering what's not, right? You're supposed to be mastering the principles of sacrifice for your higher self, and for you to allow your blessings. All right. And there's a tower moment, and that's justice. This is karma. This is Saturn. If you wanted to see Saturn in the motherfucking tarot, you see it. And you know why the moon card coming out? Because Saturn comes when you least expect it. If you're not really in astrology like that and you just doing tarot cards, you might not get the full knowledge of, the cosmically. So you might want to go to an astrologer or look up astrology readings, but it's very, very important right now. Stop! It's very important right now for you to do your readings, but realize how these planets are working around your emotions, your intuitions, moon card. Okay? So I see an Empress that is stabled, that is being celebrated, recognized. For some of you guys, this may be even looking like a baby shower. All right. Or you could be invited to things like this, marriages, commitments, things coming into one foundation, strong, solid. Rather, the divine karma had to come in and knock this one down abruptly. When you see the tower either could be a revelation or it could be a devastation. And right now it's looking like a devastation, because somebody didn't want to accept what wasn't theirs and surrender. Okay? Somebody didn't learn the lessons from 1994. They didn't think nothing was going to come back around back then, because we had so much time to learn life. Somebody had a hard time to take responsibility of their own actions, Page of Wands. All right? And release the past, Six of Cups. So now the tower to the moon card, the karma come. Karma come when you least expect it. Moon card. Because you know why? Before karma come, before this tower come, the Queen of Swords, what did I just say about them? They are the warriors of truth. They find solutions. They're great with intuition. They're supposed to be connected to God's sword. Okay? But this karma is came. It has came when this Queen of Swords least expected it. Because they were still in a Page of Wands energy as a Queen of Swords. That's very immature energy. Those are very immature communicators. Okay? The pages out of deck are communicators. So you will want to see something other than the page when it comes to communication. And out of the tarot deck, that's what the Queen of Swords needs to learn, is communicating. That's why they are divorced from the Queen of Swords, the King of Swords. They need to learn how to open up their heart chakra and take accountability and not feel targeted when given constructive criticism about their demeanor or about their ways or about how they are making others feel. So now this person is getting hit with karma, justice. All right, because that's how Saturn is coming to balance out everything. Shit has to be balanced out. And it's not because spirit is mad at you. It's because it's cosmic law. What you do to others shall be done to you. Energy never dies. All right? It has to circulate. So even if this person wasn't doing any magic, words are spells. Words are magic. Arguing all day. Not taking accountability. All right? Being very, very immature with what you're communicating. Hiding a lot of shit. Keeping your feelings in the dark. Keeping, your fears, your emotions, and not choosing to heal on your past trauma. Thank you, Spirit. This is fears built up from childhood trauma that this Queen of Swords didn't learn. All right. And as the Queen of Swords, this person has been on this earth and this earthly realm for plenty of cycles to understand how to use that sword. That's your sword of truth. So that's how justice is being served. There's a Queen of Wands that is also blocked out of divinity. I don't know who the fuck this is, but you see how Saturn is coming in this reading? Saturn is telling y'all who is reaping karma and why. We already know the Queen of Swords is going through inner childhood wounds that she's projecting on everybody else. Moon card. Now she's going through a tower moment. Now Spirit done knocked her off her whole foundation abruptly so motherfucking fast that she didn't even have time to think. And for some of you guys, the justice system got her. But it was all stemmed. We have to look deeper. It's all stemmed from the Six of Cups Moon card. Hiding, fearful of healing and triggering inner child wounds, so that way you don't have no hate in your heart no more from your mother or how they did you, your family or how they did you. That's what's going on here. All right, the Queen of Wands is blocked out of divinity because her ass is under judgment too. All right, I don't fucking know why. Let's see, but she's blocked out. Look, her ass been praying to the divine, trying to release the karma off her ass, it's looking like. So you already know the Queen of Wands done got into some shit that she can't get out of. All right, she done started a fire that burnt her ass the fuck up. Okay, she's not in a state of my yacht. All right. She's been doing shit secretly, but most importantly, she thinking she could pray after she done did what she did because she's starting to see probably the Queen of Swords going through mad shit. She's feeling a karma, and guess what? The cycle is closed on her ass. You know why? Because she couldn't stop the immature ways when it comes to money. She couldn't stop doing things for money that was unlawful to God. Okay? And everything that involved money with her surrounded karma. The Five of motherfucking Wands. You hear me? So that's why I said take out your pens and pad and rewind the shit and go over what I just said about Saturn, because these two queens are receiving motherfucking karma for not fucking learning a lesson. And you see, these are people that pray. These are people that say they believe in God, but when God is telling them to detach from something, they want to do this. These people don't believe in God. So guess what? Saturn is here to show you what's happening. They are under judgment. This is Saturn. Okay, these people are praying, and the cycle is closed on them. The wheel has turned, and it's looking like not in their favor because they was too surrounded by materialism. They was too surrounded by the motherfucking devil, which is ego. It's passion. It's what you desire. These people was ready to take anybody under. Okay, and all of it stemmed from the Six of Cups Moon card, childhood wounds. So people done them grimy, so they grew up to do people grimy, and they never learned to not do that. You gotta be good to people even when people are not looking. These people just want to be kind to people when it's benefiting their exposure. All right, not no more. All right, not no more. All right, so we see the Queen of Wands, and the Queen of Wands can be an Aries, Leo, or Sag. All right, so we see what's going on, how karma hitting these two queens. Let's talk about this Knight of Wands. No, let's talk about this, Knight of Wands. Because he got an angel on his side. The Temperance. The Page of Swords. The Page of Cups. He probably learning about his children. Look. First of all, this person, he probably got children by these people. All right, because you got a Page of Swords, the Queen of Swords, the Page of Cups. He's probably not even his children because he's coming out as the Page of Wands. I mean, the Knight of Wands. But whatever it is, if this is not his children, this person is youthful still. Like, I don't know. It's something about their energy where they cannot stop being who they are. And that's what irritated these two people, because they even probably called this person childish at one point. It's not that. It's his spirit that is young. He has a young spirit. I'm telling you, he's coming out as pages, like he still wants to learn. Page of Swords. He still has a lot to learn because these people was his karmic debt. So him being released, Temperance, from these two queens, now he's actually experiencing life. You know? He's actually experiencing life. He's starting to focus on his dreams. Page of Cups. He's still in this, like, I feel like even being with these two divine feminines, instead of, being young together, they wanted to grow old with this person. And they forgot about keeping it youthful, keeping it young, keeping it, however y'all want to do it. But this person still had a lot to learn because they was caged and they have a lot to reprogram when it comes to their thinking surrounding these women, and when it comes to their intuition, relying on their intuition. They still, the Page of Swords and the Page of Cups, these are intuitions, these are communicators. These is like, this person is still learning how to communicate what they want, how they feel, their emotions. So there definitely could have been an age gap, or it was just too much of taking things too serious instead of finding a youth in a relationship. All right, but this person, this Knight of Wands, has a new beginning. All right, this is another spiritual transformation, learning the wisdom that Saturn brought. The Fool card starts out of the Tarot deck. Look, and this is another relationship. Like going into the relationship after learning what you learned from Saturn, accepting what's yours and surrendering what's not. That is what this Knight of Wands is doing. And I think there may be a connection with this Empress. For some of you guys, this Empress might have healed this person's childhood trauma or help when it comes to, support, nurturing, affection, love. Sometimes you don't have to be romantic to be that person. All right. But I see that there's a connection here. All right. That been on a standstill for a while because everybody had to learn karma coming. But Saturn is stationed in retro. So it's like, if you learn, you know what I'm saying? If you got somebody that's stable right now and you was on a fence about it, or you was just in a very uncomfortable situation regarding how you felt. And that's what I'm saying. The Knight of Wands is, he's coming out as a Page of Swords, Page of Cups. He is still in the process of speaking up for himself after being oppressed when it comes to just his feelings. So this is a new journey for him. All right, after being uncomfortable. Look, and he turned into the motherfucking King of Wands when he got that Empress. That's what people do when they pour into you, regardless if they're a romantic partner or not. The Empress has learned all of the motherfucking lessons of Saturn. So this is time for them to, when Saturn comes, it's not only these people are receiving karma, but what I'm seeing is that somebody's receiving dharma for the wisdom that they learned. All right, they've sacrificed. Thank you, Spirit. The Hangman. Remember what I said? Saturn is the principle of sacrifice. Well, here y'all go. This is what y'all did as the Knight of Wands. Okay? That was the only way you was going to come into Empress energy. Because the Empress don't need no money. They don't need that. They just need the love that they show, reflection. And I see that this, collective, you in this Empress energy. All right. You are reflecting, a relationship is a reflection, right? This is Saturn, right? The devil, right? This is what we earthly things, right? This is like an earthly. So everything that y'all coming into, y'all learned the spiritual lessons after sacrificing. All right. You don't just become an Empress and a solid foundation for nothing. I told you all the queens. You the Queen of Wands too. And you the Queen of Swords. So even if they were trying to come at you in a different way, they're receiving karma for that. All right, but this is a choice being made. All right, this is a lot of learning. Okay, and this is a lot of leveling up your person, your friend. All right, this is a reflection that, oh shit, I see this person was just a knight with them. With this Empress, non-committal, had to learn how to be committal to certain shit, but first himself, and now he done upgraded to a king. Something is being done right when it comes to feeding somebody's spirit. All right, Spirit. So I see that's the Knight of Wands is receiving really, really good karma from learning the wisdoms of Saturn, which is sacrificing so much things when it's very hard. But you've allowed your inner body and your inner vessel to make space for the blessings, your inner reality. All right, so this is amazing. This Knight of Wands, again, he's a king now, so he learned his intuition. He learned how to rely on his intuition and speak what he feel in love, or at least with you, Empress. Spirit, tell me more about this Empress energy. The Chariot moving fucking forward. And remember, the Chariot is the co-creation from the Emperor and the Empress. Divine feminine, divine masculine energy. That's what makes a Chariot. All right, so this shit definitely moving forward over conflict, 5 of Wands, over adversity, 5 of Wands, over chaos, confusion, envy, jealousy, retaliation. Okay, so the Empress is definitely moving shit forward. All right, because they learn. This is like you learning. See, everybody want to talk about karma, but karma is simply the results of your actions. So that don't mean go to church on Sunday and be a fucking shithead throughout the day of the week. You rather not, might as well don't even go to church. All right, this is about putting your inner strength in action and knowing how to release what's not yours and to surrender what is. Okay? Defeat. Spirit, tell me more about this 5 of somebody not looking back. Somebody tired of just looking back. All right, the Magician card. Took back their power. Defeated people. They stuck in the past. Receiving a karma that they didn't learn. All right, the King of Cups. Now this person is coming up as a King of Wands, King of Cups. So they already action oriented. They already got a spirit on them that cannot be taken. And they love hard. All right, they're working on things. You see how it's levels to your healing. You know what I'm saying? Look, and they ready to bring this commitment. All right? They ready to heal things. They tired of being left out in the cold. All right, when it comes to their emotions. All right, they're going over their investments, even money situations. All right, they're going over the people that they've been working with, seeing how time was being spent and not receiving the return on their investments with these people. Okay? What's the closing messages for this reading? I think this is definitely showing y'all that Saturn is stationed in retro, 7 degrees of Pisces. And the last time this shit was 1994, starting 1995. So these are the lessons from way back then. All right, look. Karma. The devil. Karma. Saturn. All right. Learned the lesson. Learned the lesson. Some of you guys had Saturn in your motherfucking family. Karmic family. Karmic relationships. Karmic soul ties. Okay? Look. And it was this fucking masculine. Remember what I said this man is coming up as, because you were already the Empress, Divine Feminine. All right? Here you go. He had to release a fucking karmic family that he was attached to, that Saturn. If he didn't release them, Saturn would have he would have had to learn the lessons. All right? He was attached to his karmic family fucking around since 1994. All right? But now he released himself from that and went independent. Solo on they fucking ass. And him being solo, the 9 of Pentacles, independent success. So even if he's not there now, this is the divine saying you will be independently successful because you learned the lessons of karma. All right, as an emperor, you getting back on your throne, and now you can receive your Empress, and y'all moving forward, Chariot energy. All right, done. Boom. Fuck around and have a child. All right, but this is the light at the end of the tunnel after you learned. All right, so I love you guys, and I hope that helped.